You do not have the right to exploit this child's accident, and it is disgusting that you are doing this for views. It is disgusting. I don't care if you want sympathy. Like, I really don't care if you want sympathy. And if you really do and you're trying to post and post all this information about his accident just to get sympathy, like, what type of person are you? Like, why are you doing that just to get sympathy? But you have no right to exploit his accident like this just to get views. Like, that's disgusting. Hi everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. My name's Kateesha. Yes, I have a bag on my head because I'm actually doing a hair mask. Because you can do two things at once. You can do a video and you can do a hair mask, because who said you can't? Anyway, we're going to do a video on the House of Hughes again because something happened to the son. It looks like broken bones, something about his nose, and I'm going to call her stupid. This stupid mother that doesn't respect the privacy of her child or children posted it. So, let's see.
This has been one of the worst 48 hours of my entire life. 2 days ago,
if it's really that bad, why are you filming?
Got in a really bad accident in his wheelchair. He fell down the first flight of our unfinished basement stairs, and we called 911. He was taken to the ER. He has multiple fractures in his nose. The past 2 days, we've been fortunate enough to have him at home. I will be going over the details of what happened.
Of course, because we need every single detail. Because we can't, or you can't keep anything private. You can't keep anything about what happened to this child private, because we have to know everything.
The day of the accident, when I'm a little bit more put together, the swelling on his face is really, really bad.
Why? Obviously, I'm going to blur that. Why do we have to see that? There is no reason that you have to show us that. Like, in what world do we need to see this? Like, there's no justifying that we need to see this.
It's difficult to watch him and see the swelling, and it's just been really horrible. And to be honest, I'm just not doing very well because I'm really working.
Well, then why are you filming? Why are you setting up a camera to cry? If you're not doing that great, why are you filming? What part of not doing great? I was actually having a really bad day yesterday, like really, because my depression is actually on and off. But in no point when I'm depressed do I think I'm going to set up a camera and I'm going to film myself cry so I can post it online and get sympathy. I don't know what people expect from posting themselves online crying, but if you are truly having a bad time, why in your brain do you think, wait, I'm going to set up my camera so I can film myself cry? What?
About him, and it's been really difficult that he can't communicate with me. I've never wanted him to be able to talk to me more than I do now. All of the doctors are telling me that it looks a lot worse than it feels. So,
I think she means it looks a lot worse than it is. It looks like a lot worse than it seems, not feels.
Really anticipating a meeting with his surgeon at Primary Children's Hospital that will happen tomorrow morning.
Thank you for telling us all the details. Thank you.
Okay, I really want to be able to like calm down a little bit so that I can tell you what happened.
If this is a triggering subject that is going to trigger you to not be able to calm down, and it's going to make you have anxiety and everything like that, and you're gonna get overwhelmed and everything, why talk about it? maybe, obviously, people like this are going to film it and they're going to show these things because obviously this is how they get views. Things like this get views because a child has been hurt and people are like, oh my God, a child has been hurt? I have to watch that because God forbid we let this child recover like in private. But if this is going to cause you so much trauma, maybe don't talk about it. Let yourself heal as well. If your child is hurt, let yourself recover as well and give yourself time because you're like hyperventilating trying to make this video. And if you can't make a video properly, then don't make one.
At the course of events, I'm not going to be sharing.
And yes, I'm not saying that this child has that I don't feel bad. I feel terrible that this child is hurt. I understand this child's pain. I have been hurt with my disability like throughout my whole 20 years, now 11 years of being disabled. Like, I understand his pain. But I am going after this mum because she is not respecting this child's privacy. Let this child heal in private. Why do you have to post everything online? Why do we have to know that this happened? You can just post a little thing online and just say, Beckham had an accident. I don't really feel like getting into it, but we don't want to post right now, or, whatever, something like that. That's what you can do. But instead, you will post every little bit you can because you want the views. It's all about the views and the attention. That's what it's about. It doesn't matter if your child needs privacy or anything like that. Because, when you're hurt, you really just want to recover and stuff like that. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Who cares about privacy? Let's post everything on the internet so we can get attention and views. That's what it's about for these parents.
Every detail. Just know that him going down the stairs was literally no one's fault. It was nobody's fault. It was a freak accident. I will not be going into more detail. If you want to speculate, I promise it will be a waste of time. It was nobody's fault. It was horrible and awful and not something we could have prevented or predicted. Needless to say, when he went over the stairs, the basement stairs are unfinished. There is a landing in the middle. He was bleeding profusely immediately. It was more blood than I've ever seen in.
Why do we have to know all these details? Like, this is the types of, like, we don't need to know this, but you know why she's saying this? For the attention. This is what people do. This is the perfect content, and it's disgusting because people know this. This is the perfect content for attention, and it's fucking disgusting. Like, if a child is hurt, let them heal in private. Do not talk about it. Do not show it. Let them heal in private. But these parents know if they talk about this and tell everybody what happened, they're going to get views and they're going to get sympathy and everything like that. And they know that. That's the whole point of posting all this information. It's disgusting.
Entire life, I immediately got him out of his wheelchair, even though I probably should have left him because of a potential head or neck injury, but I don't think any mother in the world would have. It was just my natural instinct to pick him up. The scariest part was that he wasn't making noise.
Look, I feel for this child. Honestly, I do. But I'm disgusted that this mother is exploiting this accident like this to get views. That's what I'm disgusted in. And that's why I'm pissed off. Like, obviously, I feel terrible for this child. No child should be hurt ever. But why do you get to exploit this child's pain for videos and like for views? You don't get to do that. Just because you're the parent doesn't mean you get to do that.
Until I got him out, and then he started crying, which brought me a lot of Blakely was actually FaceTiming Hunter on the iPad, and so he heard me screaming and yelling to call 911. And so Hunter, who I actually thought was at work, was 30 seconds away from our house because he was coming home unexpectedly, which was such a miracle. He flew in the door 30 seconds after the accident, already on the phone with 911. Beckham was bleeding so much that we actually couldn't tell where the blood was coming from, if it was coming from.
When you have a head wound, it bleeds so much. So that's just what happens when you have a head wound. There's just so much blood there. And it does look scarier than it is.
Or his mouth, or his ears. Every time we tried to cover the gashes on his nose to stop some of the bleeding, because there were visibly a lot of gashes there. So we knew that some blood was coming from his nose. Every time we tried to cover it, he would hold his breath and stop breathing.
I'm just disgusted that she is using it. Well, I don't even know what to say. I'm just disgusted. Why? I don't even know what to say. I have no words. Hi, Leo. Yeah, go hop in your bed. Yeah, do a big stretch. Okay. You do not have the right to exploit this child's accident. And it is disgusting that you are doing this for views. It is disgusting. I don't care if you want sympathy. Like, I really don't care if you want sympathy. And if you really do and you're trying to post and post all this information about his accident just to get sympathy, like, what type of person are you? Like, why are you doing that just to get sympathy? But you have no right to exploit his accident like this just to get views. Like, that's disgusting.
Just so much blood. It was really traumatic. So the paramedics...
Well, what about for him? But it could have been traumatic for him. And maybe he doesn't want people to know. Like, you don't know that. But instead, you took that choice away from him again and told everybody what happened. So now, everybody knows what happened. What if he didn't want everybody to know? You don't know that. You have no way of knowing. But you took that choice away from him.
Came, and my mom came only a couple minutes after the paramedics, because in this time I was able to communicate with her. I needed her to come to my house immediately. Hunter went in the ambulance. I followed. When we got to the ER, they checked his vitals and all of his vitals looked good, and I did know that leaving our house that it looked like his lower body below the neck was doing okay, because he was fighting us a little bit. He was moving his arms and his legs. So I had a lot of hope that he wasn't paralyzed. And when we got to the ER, they did a CAT scan of his head, and it was a really long hour waiting for those results.
Really? Oh my God. Whenever your child is in the hospital, what makes you think, I'm gonna film this little bit just to film. Why do you need to film your child when they're sick or they've just had a traumatic accident, like, and they're in the ED? Like, why do you have to film? What in your brain makes you think, because I know it's not just people on social media, but like, what in your brain makes you think I'm going to film my child while he's in the ED going through a traumatic event? Why? And she writes down the bottom, obviously I'm blurring this out. She writes down the bottom, these videos were taken for our parents while at the hospital. Why do the parents need to see this? Like, really, why? And it's not just for the parents. I sure as hell know that she is taking these videos because she knows, well, that she can use them for two purposes. Show her parents for whatever reason, and then also put them in a video for views. Because this is what people do. Whether you believe me or not, this is how these people work. Vloggers and influencers and stuff that have family channels. This is how they work. They know accidents like this is the best thing to get views. So they know that filming like this sort of stuff when you're in the ED is the best. Really? Wait, what? Oh my fucking... Like, she filmed when they were in the room. She filmed when they were walking down the hallway to go to... it doesn't look like an MRI. It looks like a CT because it's skinnier. So it looks like they're going to get a CT. So, like, she's filming everything. Oh, we're filming again in the room.
They came back clear with his head and his neck, which is the biggest blessing. I was so worried about a brain injury or a neck injury.
Seriously, if you can't get yourself together while you're telling a story, maybe don't tell it. Like, just don't talk about it. Wait until you have gotten over this event, this traumatic event as well, and then tell your story. Because I'm sure as how you're going to tell it, but maybe just wait until you're over it as well.
When the phase results came back, as we suspected, he had multiple fractures in his nose. All of his teeth are in place. So we moved forward with talking to a PA who said that the surgeon at a different primary children's, because we're actually at one closer to our house, said that he does need surgery. So we knew that he was going to need surgery done, and they wanted to do it within 5 to 7 days, but he did need stitches that day for the gash.
See, like, why do we have to know all this information? It's just, the internet doesn't need to know what is going on. You can keep things private. Like, should I just come on here and talk about my period?
His nose. They gave him a really strong sedative so that he would be able to disassociate during the stitches, or I guess it was glue, but
that's not what happens. It's just calm down and like go to sleep. It's not disassociate. Can't even say that word.
very similar concept, and they were able to clear out his nose because he was actually desatting in the hospital quite a bit, but we knew it was because of the blood in his nose. And at the scene of the accident, or when he was still at home waiting for the ambulance, he was like choking up blood. And once they were able to clear out his nose and get those stitches or glue in place, his dots were perfect. So we were able to bring him home, which was the biggest blessing.
We just got home and I am so grateful that it is.
Oh my god. So let me just get this clear. Okay, so let me just get this clear. You were just at the hospital after everything that just happened, and now you're just like, yep, let's pick up the camera. All I have is a highlighter. Okay, yeah, everyone, we're all good. We just got home. This is what happened. Why? Who thinks about picking up a camera? Oh my god. Why do we have to film everything? Literally. Why do we have to film everything?
Rebecca and I that are all at home, we were able to get him discharged because when they...
I'm sorry, but I have to turn this on because it's freaking hot. It's over my little hair mask.
stitches, they actually cleaned out his nose really, really well, which caused his oxygen saturations to go up, which is exactly what we wanted. I'm going to show you guys his nose and what the stitches look like. So this is...
Why? Why? All I can think of is why. Why the fuck are you showing everybody this? We don't need to know. But yet again, this is what these people do because they know it's the only way to get views. Because look, if we go to If we go to their views, they have like 10,000, 16,000, 20,000, 16. They're not getting a lot of views. But then if you have a look at the accident, they got 103,000 because they know that an accident like this will give them views. That they know that. And that's the most disgusting part, is they use their children and exploit their accidents like this to get views. Like, it's disgusting.
Cute little nose. Oh my, his smile. Are you kidding me? As you guys can tell, he's so tough, and you can see like the scrapes on his hands under his little shirt. He is really beaten up and bruised, and that little nose like went through it. We have an appointment in a couple days, but he did not cry the entire way home, and he seemed quite a bit more content when we got in the car.
See, what if he's looking at the camera right now and thinking, why the hell are you filming me? You have no idea what he's thinking. He could be conscious of this camera and thinking that like he sort of knows what this camera is and that he doesn't like this camera. You have no idea. And maybe he's looking at this camera like, why is this in my face? I don't like that this is in my face. But these parents don't care. They just do what they want. Honestly, they do what they want. Who cares about this child? But this child could honestly think that I don't like having this camera in my face. He could know that. These people don't know. Like, he honestly could think that, yeah, I know what this thing is. Obviously he wouldn't understand the full concept of a camera, but he could understand that when this thing comes in his face and then he's like, I don't like when this thing is in my face. He could understand that. But these parents don't care. Let's just film him. No matter what happens, we're going to film him. Because who cares about his consent? We're going to do what we want for views.
He knew he was coming home, which made him feel really safe. Oh, honey. But you know what was so...
Oh my God. Okay. Instead of having the camera in his face and filming him, why don't you just take care of him? Put the camera down and just take care of your child. He is hurt. He has just been through something traumatic. And I know after something like this happens, all you want to do is be taken care of by your parent, be like put in bed, have a TV show, something like that. And all they're doing is they've basically got their camera and it's in his face like that. Like, I'm going to film you. That's what they're doing. Instead of taking care of their child. That's what they're doing. I get so mad because of what they do.
But now we are just going to get him in a cozy onesie, and I think we're either going to sleep with him or he's going to sleep with us because we don't really want him to be alone tonight, and so we just want to make sure that he can get comfy even with his little nose. So
just stop filming him. Just take care of him and stop filming. Fuck.
Updated on how he does with his first night at home. Good. So I am going to show you guys Beckham this morning.
Of course,
and
because we can't let him have a moment to himself. We have to show him on camera because that's what it's all about.
I am also going to give him a little sponge bath because there's a cat. So I'm actually going to give him like a sponge bath with these bath wipes and like really clean.
How do you smell like blood? Does blood have a smell?
Body-wise, he was obviously covered in blood yesterday.
Why do we have to know that? Why do we have to know that you're giving him a sponge bath? Why? Why?
By the time we got home last night, he was so overstimulated and touched out, and so we just wanted him to rest and get some sleep. But this morning, I just want to clean him as much as I can. He actually didn't bleed too much in his nose last night, but he did wake up with one nostril completely blocked with blood, and Hunter was able to get that out, and we have some nasal spray that the doctor gave us to help. As you can see, there is so much swelling.
Why do you have to show this? Again, camera in his face.
I do apologize for the blood, but I just...
No, you don't. I'm sorry for what. No, actually, I don't know whether I'm sorry or whatever. But she knows exactly what she's filming. She knows that this gets her views. That's why she's filming it. Oh, I just spat onto the freaking camera. So she's not sorry about anything. She's not sorry that there's blood. She is happy, or not happy, but like glad that it's there because she knows it'll get her views. So she's not like, oh my god, I'm sorry that there's blood. She knows that's going to get her views. So she can't say that. It's a lie.
I wanted to give you guys an idea of what his nose looks like.
Like, what is more important here? Your son's health or getting the views for YouTube? That's what it is.
Clean him the best I can from the neck down. He is doing
We also don't need to know that you're going to give him a sponge bath. Why do we have to know that information?
well. And I am obviously beyond words about how his sweet little nose must feel, but I'm just so grateful that he is going to be okay. I am literally just going to be holding him every second of today. I also just wanted to clarify the reason he has some staining around his nose. We wipe it as frequently as we can, but it's really scary for him, and if I wiped it every single time it bled, he just would be so miserable. So I'm trying to just clean him the best I can.
Well, you know what, if you didn't film, you wouldn't have to clarify anything. Did you think about that?
While causing the least amount of fear and trauma. So I'm just doing the best I can to keep him comfortable, and
Maybe stop filming him then. Stop filming him.
just trying to stay really positive and match his energy, because he always has been and always will be much more tough than mommy.
See how it's red? It's bleeding because he fell. You know that? Because that's why the family all fell. No, Beckham, no, Beckham, no, Beckham. Don't do that, don't do that, please don't do that. Don't do that.
See, oh my god, I forgot the daughter's name. She talks to the camera. She has learnt from the mum how to talk to the camera. That's not a good thing.
So,
Because the mum, I can hear the mum walking around. I honestly have forgotten her name too. Is it Brittany? I don't know. But she's talking to the camera. She has learnt from the mum how to talk to the camera, which is not good. That's not a good thing.
fell because he happened to No, Beckham!
It's okay.
He's moving! He's moving!
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, baby. I'm just gonna get him a new onesie so that he's nice and clean,
But why?
because he
In
has some blood on him.
that moment, see, she's set up the camera, of course, just to film everything, because why not? What is a life without filming? But the daughter, he moved and she was terrified. And I understand her fear, because obviously I've been in situations that I've been scared before. And she actually went and hid in the corner because she was terrified he was going to be hurt again. See, these parents, this daughter has actually gone through something as well. But these parents, I don't know whether they don't see it, they don't care. Maybe if they put the camera down, they would see her, that she has some trauma as well from the situation, and she's scared too. But we're just going to film and just go back to normal. But these kids, obviously he needs help, and I don't know, it's not about coming first or whatever, but he is in a situation where he needs constant help. But she has been through something as well. And in that situation just there, I'll blur out him, but I'll like sort of, I'll see whether I can not blur out her so you can see her sort of run to the corner. But she was scared and she was running to the corner because she was terrified. So like these parents are not seeing this, like her being scared too. She needs help. She needs comfort and like to talk about it or something like that as well. But I guarantee that's not going to happen because we have to film.
I am just going to make it as clean as possible.
And never undress your child on camera. I don't care who you are or what you're doing. You never undress your child on camera. Why do we have to watch you give him a sponge bath? Honestly. Why? I don't know what else to say, but why do we have to watch this? What is the point in filming you giving him a sponge bath? Idiot. The parent. By the way, I am calling the parent an idiot for filming this.
Okay, we haven't had any pee-pee today, actually, Sissy, so I don't need it.
Why? Seriously, can nothing be private anymore? Why are you changing? I don't care if you're not showing it. You are still changing his nappy on camera. He is naked on camera. Like, he is. I don't even know. I don't even know anymore.
So much, though.
Seriously, what matters more? Your child or getting views on YouTube? Seriously, what matters more? Like, these family vloggers, what matters more?
His laugh kind of sounds different. It's cute.
See, why can't you be in the moment of this too? Why do you have to film it? Like, maybe if you put your camera down, you could be in the moment of watching and being there and like soaking in this moment as well. Because it's really hard to soak in a moment when you're filming it, you know? So you could put the camera down and actually like focus on what's happening and be in the moment as well, you know?
Making me really happy.
Just the camera in his face constantly. Like just imagine if you had a camera in your face like that constantly. That's what this child has to deal with. And I'm not exaggerating. That's what they do. They put the camera in his face constantly when they're bathing him, or bathing, whatever the hell, however you want to say it. Like, they have the camera in his face all the time. I guarantee you, this child understands not what the camera is, but understands that this camera is in my face all the time. And he probably doesn't like it. Because imagine you had a camera in your face constantly. So imagine you eating, going to the toilet, getting changed, and you had a camera in your face filming you constantly. Imagine that. Because that's what these kids have to go through. That's honestly what these kids have to go through.
My fears a bit, but when we woke up this morning, he was more swollen than I've ever seen. His face is just really swollen, but he's happy. So I'm going to show you guys how he's playing with Hunter right now.
Mama's having a way harder recovery than...
Look, I get that she's having a hard time, but the kids can actually feed off her energy. So maybe she should say to him, just, can I have like 5 minutes, 10 minutes just to go cry in the cupboard? I don't know. That was the first thing I thought of. Go cry in the car. Yeah. And then she can come back, be put together, because the kids will like, they can feed off her energy, and they will take that. And obviously stop fucking filming him, because it's disgusting. But you've got to, like, the kids will feed off of this, especially Blakely.
Believe it or not, he's the toughest kid in the world.
It's just been really emotional, but
So put the camera down. Just put the camera down. Honestly, I have sympathy for this child, obviously. And I feel terrible that he went through this. But I put the fucking camera down. Just put it down. Like, seriously. I'm over it. Put the fucking camera down.
really so much. Oh, he just tried to talk. But today I just am going to be
Honestly, I'm surprised she didn't cry her eyelashes off.
with him the entire day. It's been really sweet to see Blakely comfort him as well. The next vlog that you guys are going to see is going to be us taking him to the surgeon and
Great. Can't wait.
figuring out where the hell we're going from here. But if you could please send up prayers and love and support, that would just mean the absolute world to us. I have 2 vlogs that were pre-filmed, and I have like no idea what I'm gonna do with them. I feel really stupid posting them, but
Well, you know what you could have done is not posted this and then posted the other ones and just made a post, like just a normal post saying what happened, and then just said, I have 2 other vlogs. I'm just going to post them while we heal and deal with the situation. You know, that's what you could have done. But no. Because I'm pretty sure family vloggers have lost every single brain cell that they have, and that they have just one, and that brain cell is just get views, get views, get views, get views. That's what happens.
I might just put a little intro on them and say like, hey, this was obviously filmed before Beckham's accident.
I'm over it. I don't know. I obviously get very annoyed when people exploit disabled kids, and this was prime example of it because he had a very bad accident. But if you watch this video, I really do appreciate it. I know I've been gone for a little bit. I've just been dealing with my arthritis and stuff. But yeah, if you watch this video, I really do appreciate it. Let me know what you think. If you could like and subscribe, it would actually really help me out. But that's it for today.